We are at a home here in East Nashville that we recently staged, and we're going to show you around and show you how we maximize this small space.
Hello everybody, my name is Zach Goodyear with Village Real Estate. Today I'm here with Sam Graham, who is also a realtor with Village and co-founder of Pop-Up Staging. So tell us a little bit about what you do. You've got Pop-Up?
Sure. So Pop-Up Home Staging, we have been in business for roughly 3.5 years now. We go in and focus on vacant listings and help sellers and realtors get their homes sold. One question I'm often asked is, why should I stage a home? From my real estate standpoint, there are tons of studies that show a staged home is going to sell faster and for a higher price than a vacant home. So a few things that I think are definitely going to help maximize a smaller space. First of all is your color scheme. You want to stick with brighter colors. You don't want to do darker, as they tend to be heavier colors. So therefore, for artwork, we chose something with a bit more of a pop to it to keep things light and fresh. This particular home has built-ins here. We don't want to over clutter. Visually, it's just going to look like a lot. It's going to make things feel smaller, more in cave-in, if you will. So for that reason, we kept things kind of simple, but still show some fun things. Another phenomenal tip that is going to make any room not only feel bigger, but just better is greenery. If you can get live plants, always recommend live plants. Obviously with staging, we're not in the homes enough to keep plant alive, so we have fake plants. However, greenery anywhere throughout is always highly recommended. One thing that's very important to keep in mind is the size of your furniture. As far as this space is concerned, we still have room to walk through on each side, and it's also a lower profile couch, so therefore just visually it's not taking up too much space. And one thing that I like to keep in mind is the idea of entertaining. Imagine that you have people over often, and imagine the flow of the room. You want for people to be able to walk through, so therefore we don't want a couch to be too large, so therefore it backs up to the wall and now you cannot cut through here. Obviously this is going to be your walk through here. Another thing to focus on is your coffee table, and helps the room just have a bit more personality. Now we've gotten lucky here in this space and have a wall of windows, which just naturally is going to make a room feel larger, but let's say that you don't have windows everywhere. One thing to keep in mind is your lighting. You want to allow as much natural lighting as possible. So one trick to do so is your drapery. You don't want curtains or any sort of blinds that are just heavy. You want things to naturally feel light and airy. Again, your color tone is going to be important there, but the material as well, so keep that in mind. Perhaps you're in an older home that does not have much overhead lighting, so this is a great way to incorporate lamps, especially if you want to do a fun floor lamp or something of that sort. One fun trick that you may be familiar with is adding mirrors. Mirrors are naturally going to help almost double the size of the room. Another thing that's a bit more fun is to try some different metallics. Maybe you find a fun table or something of that sort, which is just going to give a bit more personality to the room. One of the most important rooms in the house is going to be your dining area. Don't eliminate your dining area if it's a smaller space. Go with a round table, so it's going to visually allow you to still walk around the table. Whether you can physically or not, visually is what's most important. This is a great two-top table that we have. Although there's room to add more chairs, we're going to keep it nice, light, simple with just 2 chairs. One other great way to add some fun color and some personality into a room is a rug. In this room, we went with more of a neutral tone, being that we have a few bolder colors already. However, this is a great way to have a fun design on the rug. So this is a great way to show your own personality and your own uniqueness in your home. Keep in mind that a room that is completely empty is the exact same as a room that is overly full. If the room is too busy, visually it's just confusing. As a realtor, I've walked through homes that I'm trying to get my buyer to focus on, look at this great room it could be, but they're so distracted by knickknacks and trinkets and this and that on the wall and patterns and designs everywhere, so it's literally overwhelming. So keep in mind, you want to have a few focal points. You want to almost guide the eye to the buyer walking through your home, but not distract them. Our goal is to appeal to as wide of a buyer pool as possible. So for that reason, you don't want to become too specific in any one thing, whether that's sports teams that you see on walls or anything religious or anything of that sort. You want to have enough so therefore buyers can envision themselves there, but not too much to the point that they feel that they're walking through someone else's home.
Thanks so much for meeting with us, Sam. This is really great info. For those of you who need any info about home staging, how do they find your company?
Sure. So we, again, are Pop-Up Home Staging, and you can find us at popuptn.com, as in popuptennessee.com.
That's fantastic. So for all your staging needs, contact Sam Graham at Pop-Up Home Staging, and he'll make your house look phenomenal. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned a few tricks, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.